You worked for this, the promotion, the degree, the opportunity, and yet, when it finally happened, your first thought wasn't pride. It was, they're going to find out I'm not ready. You smile in the meeting. You say thank you, but inside, something feels off, like you've stepped into someone else's life. Why does success feel like a costume you're borrowing? You tell yourself you should feel grateful, other people would love to be in your position, but instead of relief, you feel pressure. Instead of confidence, you feel exposed. You reread emails before sending them. You hesitate before speaking in meetings. You over-prepare for things you already know how to do, and when someone compliments you, you immediately explain it away. It was a team effort. I just got lucky. It wasn't that hard. You minimize your own effort, not because you're humble, but because part of you doesn't believe the success belongs to you. This isn't just insecurity. It slowly changes how you see yourself. You start identifying as the one who fooled them, the one who slipped through, the one who doesn't fully belong. So you work harder than everyone else. Not to grow, but to avoid being exposed. And here's the strange part, even after months, even after proof, even after consistent performance, the feeling doesn't automatically disappear. Why? If success is evidence, why doesn't your brain update the story? That question is where everything changes. First, you are not broken. This feeling is not proof that you're incapable. It's proof that your identity hasn't caught up yet, that there's something called identity lag. Your external life can change quickly. Your internal self-concept changes slowly. Think about it. For years, maybe you saw yourself as the shy one, the average one, the one who tries hard but isn't exceptional. That identity formed through repetition, through feedback, through comparison. Your brain built a stable story about who you are, and stability feels safe. So when reality shifts faster than your identity, your brain resists, not because you're incompetent, but because your nervous system prefers consistency over accuracy. Your brain would rather believe an old familiar story than risk adopting a new one that feels unstable. That resistance feels like fraud, but it's actually protection. The real question is, what exactly is your brain protecting you from? Your brain is a prediction machine. It constantly asks, what kind of person am I? What can I expect from myself? How will others respond to me? Based on past experience, it builds a self-schema. A self-schema is like a mental file labeled me. Inside that file are traits, memories, and patterns. Not confident, not leadership material. Good, but not great. When something happens that contradicts that file, like major success, your brain experiences cognitive dissonance. That's psychological discomfort caused by mismatch. On one side, I am not that impressive. On the other side, I just achieved something impressive. Your brain has two options: update the identity file, or downgrade the achievement. Updating identity requires rewiring that takes repetition and emotional safety. Downgrading the achievement is faster. So the brain says, it was luck. They overestimated me. I won't be able to repeat it. This reduces dissonance instantly. There's also a deeper layer. Success increases visibility. Visibility increases social evaluation, and your brain treats social rejection like physical pain. Neuroscience shows overlapping circuits between social threat and physical threat. So when you succeed, your brain quietly asks, if I rise, will I be attacked? If I stand out, will I lose belonging? If, earlier in life, standing out led to criticism, jealousy, or pressure, your nervous system learned something simple: achievement equals risk. So when you succeed now, your body reacts before your logic does, not with pride, but with alertness, like a smoke alarm going off in a room that isn't actually on fire. The feeling of being fake is often your nervous system bracing for impact, but the impact never comes still. The alarm keeps ringing. So how do you quiet it, without forcing yourself to just be confident? We don't fix identity lag by positive thinking. We update it through evidence and safety. Here are 4 psychologically grounded steps. Point 1. Separate performance from identity. What to do: describe your success in behavioral terms, not personality labels. Instead of, I'm not leadership material, say, I led 3 meetings effectively this month. Why it works: the brain updates schemas through specific, repeated data. Vague identity labels are rigid. Behavioral evidence is flexible. When you focus on actions, you reduce the threat of redefining your entire self. Real-life example: after receiving praise, write down exactly what you did: preparation, communication, follow-up. Instead of debating whether you deserved it, what to do when you feel exposed after success: label it. This is visibility discomfort. Why it works: effect labeling reduces amygdala activation. Research shows naming an emotion decreases its intensity. You're signaling to the brain, this is a known response, not danger. Real-life example: after presenting well, instead of spiraling at night, you say, my nervous system is adjusting to being seen. That small sentence changes the narrative. What to do. Don't force yourself to believe I am successful. Instead, aim to repeat competent actions consistently. Why it works. Neuroplasticity depends on repetition. Identity shifts after patterns stabilize. Your brain trusts trends, not one-time events. Real-life example. Instead of obsessing over whether you belong in the role, focus on executing one solid task daily. Over months, the evidence compounds, the identity file updates quietly. What to do. When your mind predicts exposure, ask, what specifically would happen? Force it into detail. Why it works. Vague threat feels infinite. Specific threat activates the prefrontal cortex, reducing fear responses. The brain fears ambiguity more than difficulty. Real-life example. They'll realize I'm not good enough. How? Will they fire you tomorrow? Or give feedback like they do to everyone else? Specificity shrinks. Imagine disaster. Visual, abstract brain animation. Calming. Signal smoothing out. Each step does one thing. It helps your brain gather new data without triggering threat, and over time, data reshapes identity, not instantly, but steadily. Think of your identity as software. Success is new hardware. If the software isn't updated, the system glitches. The glitch feels like fraud, but it's just outdated coding. You don't fix a glitch by yelling at the computer, you update it, slowly. Through consistent input. Through safe repetition, every time you act competently and survive visibility, you send your brain a quiet message: this level is safe. Eventually, what once felt like a costume starts to feel like clothing you've worn for years. Comfort replaces tension, not because you convinced yourself, but because your nervous system learned that you're not fake. You're early in the update process. Success didn't change you overnight. It revealed a version of you your identity hasn't fully integrated yet. The discomfort you feel isn't proof you don't belong. It's proof you've stepped into unfamiliar territory, and unfamiliar doesn't mean undeserved. It just means new. So the next time you achieve something in your first instinct is doubt. Pause, not to silence it, but to recognize it. Your brain is protecting an old story. You don't have to fight it, you just have to outgrow it. One repeated, visible, competent action at a time, and one day, without noticing the exact moment it happened, you'll look around and realize this life no longer feels borrowed. It feels like yours.